Hi there, welcome to English for Everyone. My name's Lisa.
And my name's Kevin. Today we're going to talk about why it's not correct to say this.
Happy 16 years old. Happy 18 years old.
That's right, you cannot say happy 16 years old. It's not correct. You can say happy 16th or happy 16th birthday, but you cannot say happy 16 years old. It's not correct.
Happy 18th birthday, son!
So, what do you say? You just say happy birthday. I know it seems basic and boring, but that's what we say.
And today is her birthday. So, happy birthday, Penny.
You know, Tom, he's turning 45 tomorrow. Happy birthday, Tom Brady.
Yeah, happy birthday, Tom Brady.
Turning 45 tomorrow.
After you say happy birthday, you can say something else. Like, thanks for inviting me, or the party's wonderful. But the best thing to say is just happy birthday.
There is nothing wrong with having an accent, but if you mispronounce words, it's a problem. For example,
We're in the kitchen today, and we're going to go through different objects like space rack.
a space rack? And now imagine talking to an American. Oh, I went to the store yesterday and I got a space rack. He'll have no idea what you're talking about. It's a problem. So today we're going to talk about how to pronounce this word correctly. Let's get started. It's called a spice rack. It comes from the word spice. We have the letter I and the silent E. We pronounce the letter I as the long I, like in hike and like. Spice. It's countable, so you can say a spice, 2 spices, 3 spices. I have a lot of spices in the cabinet. I have a lot of spices in the kitchen cabinet. I love spices. Do you have a lot of spices in the kitchen cabinet? Good job. And that's why we say a spice rack. It's called a spice rack. I don't have a spice rack. Do you have a spice rack? Good job. And now let's look at this word. Space. Here we have the letter A and the silent E. We pronounce the letter A as the long A, like in lake and make. Space. Space. The first man in space was Yuri Gagarin. The first American in space was Alan Shepard. I've never been to space. Have you ever been to space? Good job. And now let's look at the other meaning of space. Remember, it's not countable. You cannot say just space. Space means room. There is a lot of room. There is a lot of space. Or, the room is tiny. There is no space. My living room is tiny. I have no space for a new couch because it's tiny. If the room is big and there is a lot of space, you can say the room is spacious. What about your kitchen? Is your kitchen spacious? Is there a lot of space in your kitchen? Good job. So remember these words. This is a spice rack. I don't have a spice rack, but I love spices. I have a lot of spices in the kitchen cabinet. Space. I've never been to space. And I don't have a lot of space in the living room. It's tiny.
The next word that we love to use is word many. I have many problems, I have many shoes, I have many friends. We say it all the time. Great alternatives are handful. I have handful of friends.
First, a handful is a noun that you can count. And that's why we say a handful. A is for one. A handful. But the most important thing, a handful means a small amount. A small amount, not many. For example, I have a handful of friends. It means I have a few friends, not many. I invited a lot of people to the party, but only a handful of them showed up. It means only a few people showed up, not many.
I found that lots of organizations and teams claim they foster innovation, But out of those, I'd say only a handful of them are actually doing it.
Besides its creators, I am one of only a handful of people ever to hold this sphere.
Most people have just a handful of friends.
Growing up as a kid in school, I had a handful of friends that really had my back.
At the end of the video, we're going to talk about other ways to say many. We're going to talk about what native speakers really say. But now let's talk about the second meaning of this word, a handful. A handful is a child or a pet that is difficult to control. For example, I have a dog. I have a puppy. And the puppy is not housebroken yet. The puppy poops and pees in the house. The puppy barks all day long. The puppy is a handful.
It's tiring and he's a handful, but he's also super cute and really fun.
Or maybe you have a child. You have to change diapers all day long. The baby cries a lot. The baby is a handful.
She's a bit of a handful today. She's been crying a lot on the boat.
And now let's talk about the third meaning of this word, a handful. If something fits in your hand, you can say a handful of coins, a handful of rocks, a handful of rice. Remember, a handful is for one, a handful. I have a handful of friends. I don't have many friends. I have a handful of friends. I have a few friends. Or you can say, he's a handful. The puppy is a handful. Or, she's holding a handful of coins. Now let's talk about the other ways to say many. Many is a limited word because you can use it only with countable nouns. For example, I have many friends. But you can also say, I have a lot of friends. Or, I drink a lot of water. You can use a lot of with countable and uncountable nouns. Let's talk about the pronunciation. A lotta. The letter T is between vowels. We pronounce it as a fast D. A lotta. The word friends starts with a consonant. We do not pronounce the letter F. A lot of friends. I have a lot of friends. Do you have a lot of friends? Good job. Or you can say a bunch of friends. I have a bunch of friends in Texas. Remember, the word friend starts with a consonant. We do not pronounce the letter F. A bunch of friends. I have a bunch of friends. Do you have a bunch of friends? Or you can say plenty of. The letter T is silent. We have plenty of vegetables in the fridge. We have a lot of vegetables. More than enough. We have plenty of vegetables. Do you have plenty of vegetables? Good job.
We're going to talk about why it's not correct to say this.
Wow, why haven't anyone told me that?
And why it's not correct to say this.
And again, everybody have their own opinion.
So it's not correct to say, why haven't anyone told me? Anyone is a single person. Anyone, anybody, somebody, or someone. You're talking about a single person. Have and negative haven't is good for I haven't, you haven't, they haven't, and we haven't. But if I say anyone, I have to use has or negative hasn't. So we use anyone for a question with the helper has. Has anyone told you this? If I make it negative, I use hasn't. And the question is, why hasn't anyone told me that? Remember, with anyone, anybody, someone, and somebody, use has, not have. So, examples. Has anyone told you that? Question. Has anyone told you that? And you can say, no. No one has told me that. No one or nobody is also a single person. We use has, the single structure. Nobody has told me that. Or I can make the negative, has not, together hasn't, and make the negative question, why hasn't anyone told me that? Now let's talk about everybody or everyone. Now, everyone and everybody You're not talking about one single person. You're talking about more than one person. But we still use the singular structure. That's right. If I say everybody, I cannot say everybody are here. I say everybody is here. Or everyone is here. You use a singular structure with everybody and everyone. So the action have. I have a car, you have a car, and she has a car. If I say everybody, is it everybody have a car or everybody has a car? That's right, it's everybody has a car. With everybody, we use the singular structure has. We cannot say everybody have. Use everybody has. So I cannot say everybody have their own opinion. I have to use the singular structure with everybody. Everybody has their own opinion. So remember these special words. Anybody, nobody, somebody, and everybody. Always use these words with a singular structure.
Like, take your effort and write the whole thing. Happy birthday, not so hard.
So it's not correct to say take your effort. You can say take your time and do the job right, but that's a different idea. Let's talk about effort. We use the action make, but we don't say make your effort. It's countable. We say make an effort. An is for one. You make an effort. So example, some students make an effort in class, and some students don't make an effort in class. So if I say negative, I can say he doesn't. He doesn't make an effort in class. Or maybe he makes a little effort, but not much. Then you can say he doesn't make much of an effort. He doesn't make much of, using the preposition of, and because it's countable, it's an, much of an effort. He doesn't make much of an effort. The idea, he makes a little effort. Let's practice. Is it true that some students don't make an effort in class?
Yes, that's true. Some students don't make an effort in class.
Is it true that some students don't make an effort in class? That's right, it's true. Some students don't make an effort in class. Let's practice. Does he make an effort in class?
No, he doesn't make an effort in class.
Does he make an effort in class? That's right, he doesn't make an effort in class. Or maybe he makes a little effort. Let's practice. Does he make much of an effort in class?
No, he doesn't make much of an effort in class.
Does he make much of an effort in class? That's right, he doesn't make much of an effort in class. Very good. Sometimes effort is not countable. We say make more effort or make a lot of effort. With these examples, there's no so it's not countable. That's right, if you want to give emphasis, we say make a lot of effort. We don't say make a hard effort. You might hear a big effort or a small effort, but it's really not common. The best way to give emphasis is to say a lot of. A lot of effort. You need to make a lot of effort. Or if you're talking about more, you can say you need to make more effort. So, examples. She makes a lot of effort in class. She works very hard. But he doesn't make a lot of effort in class. So, he needs to make more effort. That's right, he needs to make more effort in class. In this case, there's no an, there's no a. It's not countable. He needs to make more effort in class. Let's practice. Does she make a lot of effort in class?
Yes, she makes a lot of effort in class.
Does she make a lot of effort in class? That's right, she makes a lot of effort in class. Let's practice. What about him? Does he make a lot of effort in class?
No, he doesn't make a lot of effort in class.
Does he make a lot of effort in class? That's right, he doesn't make a lot of effort in class. So, does he need to make more effort?
Yes, he needs to make more effort.
Does he need to make more effort in class? That's right, he needs to make more effort in class. So, can I use take with effort? Can I use take and effort together? Yes, you can, but it's a little different. Example, it requires effort. The job requires effort. I can say the job takes effort. The job requires a lot of effort. The job requires effort, or the job takes effort. To refer to the job, we say it. It takes a lot of effort. The idea, it requires a lot of effort. So, I can say it requires a lot of effort to learn a language. Or I can say it takes. It takes a lot of effort to learn a language. It takes a lot of time and effort to learn a language. I can change the verb take to the past, took. It took. It took a lot of effort to build the pyramids. That's right, it took a lot of time and effort to build the pyramids. They worked for a long time. Or if I talk about the future, I have it will. It will, contraction, it'll. It'll take more time, it'll take more effort to go to Venus. Let's practice. Does it require a lot of effort to learn a language?
Yes, it requires a lot of effort to learn a language.
Does it require a lot of effort to learn a language? That's right, it requires a lot of effort to learn a language. Let's practice. Does it take a lot of time and effort to learn a language?
Yes, it takes a lot of time and effort to learn a language.
Does it take a lot of time and effort to learn a language? That's right, it takes a lot of time and effort to learn a language. Let's practice. Did it take a lot of time and effort to build the pyramids?
Yes, it took a lot of time and effort to build the pyramids.
Did it take a lot of time and effort to build the pyramids? That's right, it took a lot of time and effort to build the pyramids. Is it correct to say your effort? Yeah, sometimes you can say your effort, my effort, his effort, and her effort. For example, thank you. Thank you for your effort. We appreciate all your effort. So example, his boss appreciates his effort, so he got a raise. That's right, a raise is more money, a higher salary. He got a raise because his boss appreciates his effort. Or I can say his effort was appreciated by his boss. That's why he got a raise, because his effort was appreciated by his boss. Let's practice. Does his boss appreciate his effort?
Yes, his boss appreciates his effort.
Did he get a raise?
Yes, he got a raise.
Great. Does his boss appreciate his effort? That's right, his boss appreciates his effort. Did he get a raise? That's right, he got a raise because his boss appreciates his effort. Let's practice. Was his effort appreciated by his boss?
Yes, his effort was appreciated by his boss.
Was his effort appreciated by his boss? That's right, his effort was appreciated by his boss. Very good. Let's practice. She's my boss, and she appreciates my effort. What about your boss? Does your boss appreciate your effort? Very good. So remember, this is not correct. You cannot say this.
Like, take your effort and write the whole thing. Happy birthday. Not so hard.
You can say take your time, but if you use the word effort, use the verb make. You make an effort. It's countable, so we say an. You make an effort. But if you give emphasis, it's not countable. You make a lot of effort, or you make more effort. Can you say take? Sure. You can say it takes effort if you mean the job requires effort. And can you say your effort and my effort? Sure, I can say thank you for your effort. Your effort is very appreciated because I appreciate all your effort.
Thank you for watching.
And if you like this video, subscribe to our channel or click the join button and become a member. We'll see you next time.